Tay, go on. What happened to Tay?
Man, I thought my mic was on this whole time. My bad.
I thought I was glitching. I was like,
No,
what happened?
I'm like, okay, I did shake the table, maybe. Her device, it said device not working. Okay, she shared stream. Okay, let
She's
me
on.
send
I saw her notification.
it. Okay, so, hold on 1 second. I gotta go get this. But yeah,
Yeah, so
it's
I
not
don't know
just,
if you did you hear everything I said?
yeah. And I
Yeah.
was gonna say, it is like when people, like, that's that role. Like, a lot of times people think this is a man role, this is a woman role. I don't believe in the roles. I believe that, I do believe like we are designed to do specific things. Men can do things better than women. Women can do things better than men. And if I can, do the hunting, gathering, building better than you, why not do that and allow you to do the rest? The nurturing and the creativity. That's how I look at it. Um, but it's like even stuff around the house. Like I clean up. I help the wife with the kids. All that's. I mean, this is my. I look at it like this is my house. I like it clean. These my kids. I enjoy teaching them. You know. So I'm always with the kids. You know. Yeah, partially because
Yeah.
of my situation, but I'm always with my kids, no matter why. That's just the fact. So
Yeah. Thank goodness they never had kids. They didn't have kids. They're divorced now. They ended up divorcing. But yeah, that came to my mind like what does he need her for? Like what does he need a woman for? He's doing all the cooking, cleaning, laundry. He's got the career. Like but then am I wrong to think that? Because then I'm like, wait a minute, why am I thinking that?
no, it's not wrong. That's like, I can do battle by myself. You just need to find him a complementary piece. And sometimes, like, we do things that we good at, but it prevents us from doing what we're great at because we settle. So maybe he good at doing, all that stuff. But imagine if he applied that energy to something else that where he didn't have to do all of that, just some of it. Now that exchange could have
Right.
been dispersed somewhere else. Yo, I am Godspell. What up? Appreciate you.
Hey
Appreciate you.
Godspell. What
Did
up?
you did you get it, Tay?
Yeah, I think I got it. I see like 6 people over there, but I
What up,
can't see
y'all?
them. Hey y'all, comment. I can't see.
Well, then I thought too. So an elder told me that the way you treat your children, like your boys, if you're a mother who's yelling at your boys or like smacking them on the head, that when they grow up, they're going to be the type of man that's going to be with a woman that's going to be like that to them. And so I thought immediately, I thought, how's his mom act? And his
You,
cousin was like, oh yeah, his mom's like that.
you know what? I dated women with attributes of my mother, but my wife is close to my mother. Like, far as like my mom is weird. Like she family first, but she goal driven. Like simultaneously. Like she juggle both of them. Like she like one of them super women. She run around, cook, clean, do whatever she got to do with the family. Go to sleep for a couple hours, get back up early, and do it all again. Prep, do all that. Like that's everything my wife do. And when my wife's, this is the crazy thing because my grandmother raised me to be a man, and she used to always tell me like I can raise a man just like I raised my girls. She said, "What I can't teach you, other people will." So she used to send me down the street to Mr. Jesse, and I go hunting with him, go fishing with him. He'd be talking to me, and whatever she didn't have, she put me around. But she kicked my anus like my grandma used to. Boy, that discipline part, oh, she had that down pat. Josh, what up, though?
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
But yeah, that's a fact, though. I mean, I just feel like the femininity. I mean, to reside in it, you have
Okay,
to embrace, like you have to do it. You know, uh,
so what about so let's play, I guess, devil's advocate. What about the women that are not feminine? Why aren't there many women that's feminine today?
um, I think many various reasons.
But like,
I
what
couldn't
feminine? Like, what is that?
like
What kind of feminine?
reside more in masculine energy. I guess
Like,
it's
their the way they look, the way they dress, their hygiene, their nurturing. Like, what kind of
more they.
femininity are they lacking? Cooking and cleaning type thing.
All areas. You got men that say women don't cook,
I
can't cook
know.
no more. All we do is order out.
I know women like that.
But
I dated a girl for 3 days. Found out she couldn't cook. I broke up with her.
I think moms these days should teach both their girls and their boys how to cook
Yeah, that's a necessity for
That's how it's
anybody.
supposed to be.
and do
Yeah, that's
laundry and do all the stuff.
man. Look, my grandmother built me to be so. If I had a hole in my sock, I know how to sew it. I don't gotta ask nobody. Like my grandma wasn't playing. She said, the only thing you need a woman for is reproduction. You will be self efficient. I promise you. That's the best way to go. Be able to take care of yourself, and that way, when you meet somebody, you can just, lighten the load on yourself.
Well,
But
just
Hmm.
like, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, word.
What did Godspell say about if we get away from genderism, then you will know.
You will know what.
and that's that role. Like who created the role? That's what I want to know. Like who created the role? I can see natural things that come natural. Like females creating that comes natural. Females nurturing that comes natural. Men being having the ability to protect and provide that comes natural. But even that is not a role. That's an aspect. That's something you do, and it's done in different ways and different forms. Like when I say provide, that's provide what's needed.
Like some
Right?
people say, the way to a man's heart is through their stomach.
You keep a man fed, you keep him full of energy. I mean, that's just. I mean, a good man. Think about the if you got a guy working out, working, just doing all the heavy stuff, the heavy lifting. If you feeding him, guess what? He got energy to keep doing it. His fuel.
The link is on the community wall.
Yeah, go to the community wall.
But just like you can hire somebody to change a tire for your wife, or like the same thing goes for cooking and cleaning. Like you can literally just hire. You can eat out. You can hire someone to clean your house.
Yeah, because
Um,
when you at a point where you got money, you, y'all don't worry about those problems. Who cooking, who cleaning.
hmm
It's like you say. It's like they hire people to do that. That's not a problem. Now it's another problem you got. Other problems y'all have besides just poor people problems.
Who this? Noble?
What up, though? That's Godspell. What up,
Hi,
bro?
Godspell.
Peace and love, peace and love. What's up, word? What's up to the 9%ers up here, man? Peace and love to all y'all. I just wanted to get involved with the conversation. That's it. I yield my mic.
Oh,
Big.
definitely, definitely.
I
Yeah,
know
so you can
you
hire
came up in
somebody.
here. You was talking about it shouldn't be gender roles.
Um,
Explain that.
okay, when we go into like gender, like when we talk about masculine and feminine energy, we born with that. So that's why we have the LBGTQ community because we all got a feminine and a masculine aspect within ourselves. But the thing is that we don't know how to balance that shit, and a lot of times, a lot of women that go into, and a lot of the men that go into that lifestyle has been touched. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say that humanity is flawed because if we up here expecting people to be the greater version of themselves, and we don't put ourselves on that same pedestal, but we up here following people like a cult, and this is not like, I just think that when we talk about consciousness and spirituality and knowledge of self, I mean, we should really like dig within ourselves instead of looking towards other people that think they know everything. And I'm not talking about anybody particular. I'm just talking about the culture um right now, you know, and me being an elder, people could call me an elder and all that. I've been through the Phil Valentines. I've been through the Bobby Hemmitts. I done been through the Brother Panics and the Silenters and all that. And what I've learned through all that is that we really have to learn how to deal with self. We really have to do the shadow work. We really have to like self heal. We can't. I mean, we can learn from other people. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with learning from other people. But we really have to put the work in for ourselves and not really like look for a savior because we've been looking for saviors for like 2,000 years and ain't nothing came to save us. There ain't nothing came to save you. The only thing that came to save you was you. You the one that pulled yourself from your bootstraps. You the one that got out here and went to school. You the one that chose to work 10 hours instead of 8. You know what I'm saying? So you the sole controller. So once you get that inside your mind, you get that inside your head as a mindset that you are the sole controller, you'll stop looking outside yourself to complete who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to close real quick. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm a little long winded.
No, you
But
go. Go ahead.
But as long as we sitting up here watching celebrities and we watching all these distractions that's going on outside ourselves, we're not paying attention to self. We're not we're not really like reading ourselves. We're not reading our emotions. We're not reading our thoughts. We're not reading what our body telling us to do, what our mind telling us to do, what our intuition is telling us to do. Our intuition telling us to go left, but all these distractions is up here telling us to go right. When at
You
the
think
same
they're
time,
influencing us to go right?
I think that it's giving us a choice to go whichever way we want to go, but our choice should always to go move forward. It shouldn't be to go right or go left. It should be to blaze our own trail. Blaze our own trail. Don't go for nobody else's direction. Okay, you could take the advice to not hit a pothole or, make sure you yield or stop at the stop sign so you won't get pulled over on this journey. But at the end of the day, this is your journey and you have to plot your own path.
Bro, do you realize you just like summed up my whole channel for the last year? Like
man.
it, you were saying, I'm sitting there like I've been my one of my new quotes. I'm just trying to tell you right because they've been telling you left. Like even our motto, "A better you is a better us." The better we are individually, the better we are collectively. You know, it's not about we a group of individuals. You know, that came together. We got different talents and different skills, and we just sharing the information. It's not even about teaching or following. I always tell people to observe for themselves because what I tell you is just to make you aware of what's something that you may not have been aware of. But when you observe it, you can learn it and use it the way it's meant for you. So you know, that's the whole philosophy, bro. I mean, that's why we had these conversations. You know, to take. I mean, look, I got a method to my madness, but that's what these conversations for to really get people to think. You know, Dan Calloway said, "I'm just here to make you think." You know, unravel some of the mystique of things. But like you said, you know, it's duality. Everyone has it within them. You know, that's why we say men reside more in the masculine, females reside more in the feminine. We was just talking about the adverse effect, you know, when women reside more in the masculine and men reside more in the feminine. But yeah, you right. It's in us. We possess both of them. It's what's nurtured and tailored to our experience. You know, um, I don't believe nothing. I'm a divine being having a human experience. I am the soul before I am the flesh. So, um, like even understanding that, people living backwards. People
Right.
literally walking around like I'm a human with a soul. I got to do good right here to get somewhere else later. Like, how does that make sense?
But you a soul. But you a soul that's a human, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is that you have to understand that your dreams and your deja vus and your intuitions and shit that you see and things like that, all those things is a part of you. People think that that's just something that happens when you sleep or when you daydreaming, or that's you. Those are your past lifetimes. Those are things that's trying to communicate to you about who the hell you were. And yet, when you distracted by the media, I'm gonna call it media because y'all know media was a deity. It was a god. Look it up.
I
Media
know.
is the deity. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So when you own social media, when you own social media and you socializing with people through media, who are you giving that energy to? Look at the screen that you have in your hand when you are having these live streams. It's actually a black mirror. It's actually a scrying device. It's actually a divination tool that you have inside your hand. And people don't know that it's just like your television. You know, your TV is the same thing. It's a black mirror. It casts a reflection just like a regular mirror. So when we own these devices and we out here conversing with people, know who you giving your energy to and know who you talking with. And that's on some real shit. I cracked that code when I actually watched Black Mirror when it went into the technology of what's going on with social media and all this AI shit. And I'm like, damn, we up here on these devices that's scrying devices because I actually, me myself, I deal with the occult and I deal with metaphysics. So I actually possess a Black Mirror. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at these people that would use this for malevolent purposes versus a person that's really just trying to figure out their life, trying to figure out their path with it. Man, and then you gotta look at the fact that in the Black Mirror the screen was cracked. And I'm gonna pause right there. I know I've been running my mouth. I'm sorry, word, man. I'm up here running. I'm
No,
just
no,
talking.
you good. I mean, that's another way to say what you said. Even uh, attention, right? This, I mean, like you say, you into the hope, right? So when we actually talking about frequency, different emotions function on different frequencies. And if you practice the occult, you understand information downloading. How we download information is through our emotions. So
Right.
if you can tap into that emotion, you can tap into a person's uh, frequency. Now,
Right.
what you emit into that frequency will become downloaded in a person, and that will bypass a thought pattern. That's why people can go watch something and feel some type of way and not think, why the hell am I watching something and making me feel this way? You
Hmm.
download information.
Yeah, and it's not, and a lot of this is like when we talk about the occult, the only thing occult means is hidden science.
It's hidden science. That's all it means.
That's all it means. So
And a lot,
we dealing
like what most people don't understand, though, most of the cult they practice is I don't want to use the term whitewash, but is not source information.
yeah, it's watered down. It's very
Yeah,
watered down, and that's why that's why a lot of times when when I was in the conscious community, it was just only certain people that I would watch, like the Dr. Jude Polkums, Sister Myra Moss, Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic, Dr. Phil Valentine. Yeah, they was niggas just like us. They was niggas just like us. They had you know what I'm saying? Just like I look at the culture of the conscious community right now, and I look at the conscious community back in the late 80s, early 90s. And they're not doing nothing different. The only thing is that they're not authentic. They're not really doing the work.
work. Yeah, they ain't doing the work. That
Yeah.
is that, and why they doing the work. I don't think the brothers back then, like the 80s and 90s. I think they was actually spitting information. I mean, they got some of them got a little famous or whatever. They
Overzealous.
were like, yeah, some of them did, but the majority of them. I ain't talking about the extremes. I ain't talking about Malachi.
No, no,
but
no, 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 no.
but some of them, these ones now, like you said, they ain't doing. Some of these people doing the work. Like SETI do the work. I still rock with SETI. I've been rocking with SETI for a minute.
Man,
Um,
steady in the D. I'm trying to link up
yeah,
with. Yeah,
man,
I'm
yeah,
right here in the
yeah.
D with you. I'm right here in the D with you, bro.
I'm not too far from the D. I'm right in the burbs, man. Right up on 94.
Man, if you in Michigan, we
I'm,
close.
I'm
We
right
can
in the
all.
burbs. I'm literally right up I-94, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't even far away. I'm still by the city. I grew up on East Warren, but when I first moved there, I was on 7 ahead on
Yeah,
Faircrest. I used to stay on Faircrest. I got shot on Saratoga.
yeah, right, right. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting conversation about um the debate about femininity, and that sometimes, yeah, I have to have a soft side of me. You know what I'm saying? I have to be soft for my woman. Do that mean I'm a punk nigga because or a simp is because I cater to a woman. I cater to a woman's needs because that energy that she gives is that's what she needs. She may not need a boyfriend at the moment. She might need a girlfriend. And if you the only one that's there to accommodate that shit, be her girlfriend. You could be her man 24 hours a day. But for that 15 minutes when she need to talk to you, be her girlfriend. What's wrong with that? It's
Mhm.
time. It comes time when we have to like get away from whether it's a gender role when it comes to feminine or masculine energy. When it comes to male and female, that's a gender role. But when we talk about feminine and masculine, that's a different type of conversation that need to be had because it don't have to do anything with male and female.
You took my final. I like talking to you, man. We need to do some raps. We need to rap because you took my one of my final. I ain't gonna say thoughts, but that was gonna be my final point. Like, is masculine and feminine doesn't have roles. It's an energy. and assigning a role to that energy. That's why people don't benefit from it because they think it's a role when it's really an energy. That's why people don't function on as their higher self. Is because you think yourself is human and not the soul. That's like driving a car thinking you the car. That's how we walk around because we wake up and go to sleep in the same car. It's a vessel. How does it make sense? Something that's internal is inside something, and something that it's in is important than what's inside. That doesn't even make sense.
Right.
If we believe that we have to do good here to get somewhere else, how is the outside more important than the inside? Because that's telling you you have to develop
That
what's inside.
that I think that's why heaven is like when people out here like trying to do good to go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? You might as well do bad to go to hell because you don't know which one is going to be the real reality after you get up out of here. To just be yourself. And I know it's a couple more people up here. I don't want to be long winded. I want to hear a woman's perspective on what we was talking about for real, for real. And just like I said, man, we sit up here and we cast judgment on this label of masculine and feminine. That's why I've been seeing a lot of shit, especially this last thing I saw with I was watching this movie called Secret Society. And I watched it with a couple of my girlfriends and you know, you have to watch it to get it. And I think that's something, you know, because I looked at it like from looking at it from a person's from that standpoint or point of view. But at the end of the day, I'm like, no, you have to watch that movie. That's a good movie. It's a good movie though. Because I really try to watch things and I really try to like stay in
Break
touch
them
with
down. Yeah.
I try to stay in touch with other people's realities out here and what they think because if we have a conversation, I want to be able to relate to them. So I really do like dive deep into like a whole bunch of different type of things. But I'm a year right there.
Lady Shay, Young Riaz, what up, though? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Miss Tracy in the building. Appreciate you, sir. Hey, shout out to look, I don't know what your name is. Yeah, shout out to everybody over on Tays. Appreciate y'all. Bug Pals, my boy, what up? So, hey, interesting. What do you think about what he said as far as men should embrace that softer side?
Repeat that again.
When he said men should don't be ashamed to be soft for your ladies.
Oh yeah, I agree. Cause I don't want, you know what I mean. I want a man to where he's able to express himself. You know, it's scary. I think that could be a scary thing as a woman when a man is not able to express himself because now it's like I don't know when he gonna pop off. That's scary for me, you
Hmm.
know. Um, so I would
Right,
want him, yeah, yeah.
right,
I would
yeah,
want him to express himself and feel comfortable. And that's another thing. I feel like as a woman, you have to give him that space to open up to you to be able to confide in you. Because if he
mm,
doesn't feel comfortable doing it or you don't give him that space, you harp on him or make him feel like he's not a man, demasculate him, like he's not going to feel comfortable,
and
doing that.
yeah, yeah, and then that opens up the door to outside relationships and cheating and things like that. You know, because I'm gonna be
Right.
honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If me and my ex wife would have communicated a little bit better, she wouldn't have been my ex wife. If we would have opened up a little bit more, you know, what was going on with us and shit that was going on in our personal lives, the shit we was going through. You know what I'm saying? As individuals, I actually would have think that, you know, she wouldn't have been my ex-wife
Hmm.
because I was on some super hyper masculine alpha male shit at the time. You know what I'm saying? The man should do this, and the man is that, and the man and that. I didn't have that. I didn't have that same type of energy I have right now, where I could say I would sit up here and I would like pretty much bear everything to my woman. Like I want you to know what's going on with me, so it won't be a surprise, or I can get this shit out, and I don't have to bottle it up, and I could just get it out now, and I could talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you my confidant. You the one I'm dealing with every day. So who is better than I could talk to you about shit I'm going through than anybody else? I should be able to take away to get rid of that man macho cheesemo attitude and just surrender myself to my woman and just let it out, even if I gotta let go some tears and get vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And some and I would hate to think that some woman would take advantage of that of a man like that. And there's some women out here that would do that. But if you have a man out here that would open himself up to you like that, that's a man you should value. And I yield the floor.
No, I agree. Me as a woman, I want someone who's able to say certain things and express themselves. Because I'm telling you, I have been in those relationships where men, they don't want to express themselves, or they don't want, and I don't like being in a relationship with someone and it's like walking on pins and needles. Like, you don't know really what's going on, you don't know what they thinking in their mind. Like, that's the worst, bruh. I hate that. So for somebody to open up and just to express themselves and tell me like, yo, this is going on right now, this and that, like, I like that. I like clear communication. I prefer that than to be like guessing what's going on. Like, I hate that. So I definitely wouldn't take advantage of it, but I agree there are women out there that would that will take advantage of things like that. Just got to be careful who you vent to.
Did I say what up to Lady Shay? If I didn't, what up though, Lady Shay? Commander,
Hey, Lady Shay.
you wanna
Hey,
build
Shay.
before I go in? Because there's a couple points I want to make. I
No,
think can
go
be
in,
built.
word, go in.
So I mean, what he said, I think goes back to even when I said provide. Right? When we talk about men are protectors and providers, is like I said, what's necessary. So even if my wife need me to be hard, I'm gonna be hard. If she need me to be soft, I'm gonna be soft. That's why, like even the safe space is important. You know, a man, like God spell said, he older than me, I believe, but the value for a man to be able to let things go to his significant other, I mean, that's valuable. You know, to be able to properly express my emotion. When you said men don't do it or don't want to do it, a lot of men don't know how to do it, not properly. Some men like bury their emotions because they don't know how to express them. You know, that's why you see people, we get mad, we tear shit up. Anger is not meant to destroy, but to make us aware. So,
Anger,
oh, go
anger,
ahead.
no, anger is meant to build. Do you notice? And I want to put this out to the people. Do you know when you get mad and you get angry, you frustrated, and you channel that energy towards what you want to do, that you successful with it, instead of sitting up here like worrying about it and thinking the worst, or you're not gonna get this done or you're not gonna get that done. No, you actually be like, okay, the odds are stacked against me. I'm gonna go against all odds, and I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna get at it because the odds against me. I'm gonna lose according to the odds, so I might as well go out here and put my best foot forward. At least if I put my best foot forward, at least at the end result, I done accomplished something, even if I didn't win the lottery. You know what I'm saying? So we have to look more into like, okay, just because our situation might look fucked up, okay, so what? You lost your job. It's jobs out here. So what? You lost your woman or your man. It's billions of men and women out here. Sometimes you have to take time to focus on yourself, and that's what we don't do a lot of. We externalize, our results of life based upon what another motherfucker doing. We don't base that shit upon the work that we should be doing in our life and looking at our own accomplishments. Now I could look at everybody else fucking accomplishments all dang on day. I could look at what everybody out here doing, DJ Khaled, Jay Z, everybody, even people on YouTube. I could look at everybody else's accomplishment. But when I'm up here looking at y'all accomplishments, I'm not taking care of what I need to accomplish. I'm too busy watching what everybody else is doing and in the mix of what everybody else is doing and not paying attention to what I should be doing. I'm not taking care of self. So that's the main thing, that when we're trying to like self improve or self evaluate ourselves, we really need to look inside that mirror, and we need to really like look at what the fuck got us where we at. And we can't point fingers. It ain't about what our daddy did, what our mama did, what our auntie did, stepdads, God or the devil, angels or demons. We ain't even looking at that no more. Let's look at what the fuck we should be doing, because we can conquer all that shit. We can conquer it all. Only thing it's take is our mentality and what we willing to do to work it. And I'm a yield right there.
Life is wasted talent, period. Yeah, wasted talent. One of the issues in relationships, we waste the talent of potential by not trying or comparing, tearing down, or contrasting. People tend to look for the bad before they look for the good. You know, I don't like. My problem is I see over the bad too much and wait for the good. But um, yeah, and then even when I was saying like anger is awareness, you got to transmute that energy is yours. Once you got it, it's yours. You do something positive with it. But when I was talking about the signal, it's telling you something wrong. Like your emotions are the language of your soul. That's why you get angry, because internally you know something is wrong. There's levels of it, right? But I'm talking about the signal. Even depression or sadness, all these are different signals of something being wrong. So it brings awareness. Something wrong. Let's fix it. And like
Hey
you
yo,
said,
word.
transmute that energy and use it for you
Hey
instead
yo,
of
word.
against you. Yeah,
Yeah, is you up on Rudolph Steiner?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I got thousands of PDFs, brother. Like I said, whenever you ready to dive deep and really get into this, like I got some Kenneth Grant. I got all of Kenneth Grant's books. I got all McGregor Mather books. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of the Sigmund Freud books. You know
Sigmund
what I'm
Freud.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
So
lot of his stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff, man, and I think that's what like attracted me to like what you were saying, because what you're trying to get people to understand is that it's about you. At the end of the day, I think primarily that's what the fuck is about. Like we could come up here and we could listen to you all day, but if we ain't willing to like do this
put the
real
work
self
in.
work that
You
we
gotta do the
gotta
work.
do, like yeah,
But that's why I be kicking it practical. Like I always kick the information, even like the my whole philosophy, the concept. Like, do you know? Like you, like even if you break down how a cell or how atoms become cells, that's how the process of you operating is. Like if you can understand, like when you talk about rationalization, right? You talking about thought and empathy. So how do you do that? You have to use your heart and your mind. Those two components usually have friction in between the two. Either we do something more logically or emotionally. Very rarely do people do things simultaneously, and that's because you're incomplete. Even if you look at the concept of when you see pictures of Jesus, you see that Rosicrucian heart, right? The fiery red heart. You know, that's what Jesus represented was the heart. When in the Bible they tell you God is consciousness.
Right, right,
So how the only way to the Father is through the Son. What are they telling you?
right.
What are they telling you?
And,
Use
and
your heart,
yeah,
and
and
then and the actions that come out, they tell you the Holy Spirit. But when you combine those two and it manifests into your action, that's the whole spirit, not the holy, but the whole spirit emanating out of you. You are combined. The Father has met the Son, but really is the mother and the Father. If you go back to African spirituality, before the first Trinity was the Mother, Father, the Son. It was always the manifestation of the emotion, the logic created the Son.
that's a fact.
The Son is the sustainer. When you use both of them together, you are sustained by the Son. It's not like SON is SUN. You're emitting the whole spirit outside of you. That's the sustainer of us all. If we all do that, we'd be on a certain frequency. But I mean, you don't spit it like that. You gotta get it to them a little slow. So,
I think that at this point, babies need to eat meat, die of starvation. Because at this point, I mean, we can't keep, I mean, at this point, we really can't keep like spoon feeding people, like it's so much, we're in the age of Aquarius. Information is out here. If I say something to you, the only thing you gotta do is Google that shit, Wikipedia that shit, look that shit anywhere on the internet. You're gonna be able to see it. If anything I'm saying is wrong, right? So why does it have to be a debate about anything at this point? If
it's not. You know what? Even what you're saying. That's why I love the conscious community, bro. It's too many debates. I don't even. I like to put. I put that like if you see even the first episode, we just talking. We ain't really debating, but it can break out into a debate. And if it do, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna have fun. But 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 yeah, that's where we need to be at having these conversations. So even if something I said, if somebody asked a question, it's not a debate. I'm gonna answer the question because I know what I'm talking about. I can show you in an observant way. That's why a lot of people like this conscious community. I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, you can be teaching people shit that can benefit them now, right? All
right,
this is a hustle to everybody. Y'all just hustling people. I'm straight. I'm gonna kick it. I ain't gonna use no religion. I use all y'all shit. That's how I feel. I use
everything,
everything. Now, and I
everything.
show the people now. I'm gonna show you
I
how
don't,
it's done.
yeah,
And
I don't leave nothing off the table. I go to the Afro Caribbean. I go to the Palo Mayambe. I go to the Ifa. I go to the occult. I go to wherever the information leads me to. And if it don't resonate with me, I don't mess with it. You know what I'm
if
saying?
it,
See that's the thing with a lot of these quote unquote conscious people that got going on out here. They want to be a master of everything. I don't want to be a master of nothing but myself. That's it.
that's that's the only
It,
thing you can master is yourself. You can't master
it,
nothing
it don't
outside yourself.
yeah. It don't have to be a particular mode of science, a particular gender, a particular any of that. I don't know who I am. I'm a man. I'm a God nine at the end of the day, and I'm still a soul having a human experience. So
Hmm.
I'm still flawed at the end of the day. So I'm gonna make my mistakes. But my job, while I'm in this reality, is to make sure that I don't come back and repeat this shit. That's my only thing. That's it. So if
What's
I
your
come back this motherfucker again, something I ain't get right. I gotta do
and
this shit all over again.
let me ask you this: what's your life path number?
My life path number is 7.
Mm. What day you was born on?
I was born February 12th, 1973.
Mm. Okay.
You know we got a numerologist
Mm-mm-mm.
up there, right?
Let's get it. I mean, I could be wrong. That's what I was told my life path number was, but they could have been wrong. Some people said it was a 7. Some people said it was a 3. Some people
Yeah.
said, it was a 9. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's like, 369. With a number missing. But I don't. How do you feel about what vibration is you getting from me?
Just by when you speaking, I could see a 7. I could see a 7 in you. But you say you was born on the 12th, so
Yeah,
you got the vibration of 12 too. And 2 plus 1 is 3.
yeah.
So
That's
you
why
got
when
the
I That's why when they told me I was a 7, and I'm up here looking at I'm like, I got too many threes. I got too many 3, 6s, and 9s. So, I don't know. I don't know numerology. That's something I don't know.
right. Now, 7, you like word, a 7.
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius.
Are you Aquarius too?
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius sun, a Gemini moon, and a Cancer ascendant.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. But
Yeah,
for 7, 7 is a powerful number. 7 is everywhere. 7 days of the week. It's a lot of things that are 7. But let's see, as a 12, right? It's a symbol, it's a symbolism of this number is suffering and anxiety of the mind. It also indicated as a sacrifice or the victim, and generally foreshadows one being sacrificed for the plans or intrigues of others. So you feel like you sacrifice?
I'm always sacrificing. That's what I do. I'm a humanitarian. I'm an Aquarius. We always, what I'm saying, looking out for the better good of people outside of ourselves. That's one of our Achilles heels. That's why we have problems with our legs and ankles and stuff like that. Because we always we walking and we stepping on everybody else's purpose except our own. So I understand that. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, cool. Um, do you feel like when you sacrifice though, you sacrifice for um like you don't have a problem? It's for a family, like it's for the good.
Yeah. When I do things, I do it from the heart. I never expect anything back. And unless a person say they're gonna do something, if they say, okay, I'm gonna pay you back, then it's like, okay, I'm waiting on you to pay me back. But if I'm doing something just to do it, I'm just gonna do it. I ain't looking for nothing back. Because one thing that I was always taught, when you give something to somebody, don't expect it back. You don't loan money to people. Just give it to them. Don't expect it back. If they give it back to you, it's cool.
Hmm. Do you remember your dreams? Do you feel like you have great dreams?
I don't have many dreams. I
You
don't dream
don't.
a lot.
You can't recall your dreams.
A lot of things that that I have what people call dreams is when I'm in the waking moment. Like daydreams, and I see certain shit in the waking moments. When I'm asleep, it's like in a resting state. I don't have dreams, but I could be like at a stoplight and I could see some shit that happened, and it'd be like some shit that'll happen later on that day. It's not like I had dreams like that. I don't have
Mhm.
dreams like people would normally have like dreams. If I had dreams, then it's like it's something that I need to be looking at. It's like it's a message. It's something. It's not like you flying on a dragon on the cloud or some shit and that shit cool. No, it's some it'd be some serious information when I have dreams.
Okay. Okay. That's just what I wanted to know.
But I had lucid dreams. When I have my lucid dreams be like in pretty much like a wicked state. And that shit was kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? How can a person dream in a waking state? I don't know. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. I could be driving my car and be on some other stuff somewhere else and still be driving the road and don't have an accident or something, but be somewhere totally different.
Hey Adam,
Mhm.
I don't mean to interrupt y'all. I want to ask Adam something real quick. Hey Adam, so do you think it's safe to say like people should be independent? Like you say, have their own stuff, but then come together. We was just talking about that. How people can do that. Now, do you think like people can highly romantic, uh, function like highly romantically like that, independent, having their own stuff? We was just talking about that concept. I was just interested. My bad, y'all.
Hey, Adam.
He said, I think everyone should have their own things and things from others, but can treat each other if they wish to do so. I like that comment, but I really think that that's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have nothing bad to say about it. But I think that you left some things out of that comment. You had a lot you wanted to say, but I think it was like the text. You know what I'm saying? You can only put so much inside of a text of what you really wanted to say because it's like you had a lot to
And,
say.
and I think I think what he's saying. I don't think he was even talking about that concept.
Right.
I think he's saying like he think people should be put together before they get together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get their life right first.
yeah, have their own stuff, and then I mean I agree with that.
Hmm. Yeah. It's just like one of my girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? And
One.
the only reason why that we can't like
You
make
know
it
them
like
Aquariuses or something else.
the only
Go
reason why
ahead.
we can't make it an official relationship is because of that reason right there. You know what I'm saying? It's because of that one fucking reason right there that he said in there. You know what I'm saying? You want me to be a certain type of way, but you don't want to heal. You don't want to heal yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't out here healed. People just like jump to relationship to to friendship to friendship to job to job. Just like right, just like if you walk away from the job or whatever, take time and get that unemployment. Take some time for yourself. Enjoy your life. Just like if you break up from a relationship or you have a divorce from a marriage, take time to heal. And I don't think that people take time out to heal. They jump from relationship to relationship, from bed to bed, thinking that that's gonna solve their problem. Like that's gonna make everything a fucking remedy. The remedy is that motherfucker in the mirror that you look up every time you brush your teeth or taking a shower. And you looking at that body in that mirror. and you seeing all your flaws and imperfections, what the fuck you gonna do about that?
Mm,
What you gonna do about that? That you gotta look at in the mirror every day.
facts.
Besides everything, everybody out here looking at you, pointing their finger at you.
That's why this working on yourself is never ending. It's
Hmm.
never ending. Every time you feel like you got something fixed, it's something else that pops up. It's like, damn, I'm fucked up.
God damn it.
That's that's how one of my brothers ended up with 9 kids, and I don't think he's still healed.
And
No, I'm
that's why I
telling
Mm,
say humanity is flawed. That's exactly why I say that. If y'all came on my channel, I might talk a whole bunch of off the wall stuff. But at the end of the day, I'll be like, try to drop dreams, just try to let people know, like, look, it's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to be bug ugly. It's okay to have bug teeth. It's okay to have nappy hair. It's okay to be black. It's okay to have pimples. It's okay for all of that shit because somebody love it. And if don't nobody else love it, long as you love it. And that's what
you.
make everybody else love it. When you love it, when you love yourself, when you able to look in that motherfucker and look at your buck teeth, your nappy hair, and your black ass motherfucking skin and be like you love it, and you go out in this motherfucker with full confidence, doing everything you doing every day and not giving a fuck what nobody say, guess what? People are gonna attract to you. They gonna come to you. They gonna magnetize to your vibration. Look at Whoopi Goldberg.
Leave Whoopi alone. No slander on
Yeah,
Whoopi.
look at
I love me
Precious.
some Whoopi.
Look at Precious. Look at
Okay, you
all
can talk
these
about person.
outside.
Don't
I'm
talk
just
about person
having, I'm just
either.
having fun. I'm just up here having
I
fun
know,
with it.
no,
So,
we just having fun. But no, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that, Nando. I mean, this is a great conversation. I know we've been everywhere with it, but
uh,
I think working on yourself is good. But at one point, you have to get together with someone and work on your relationships together and build one to achieve goals together. I can agree with that.
I could say this much on that aspect because I just said I'm reading the comment under that when it talk about building a home and all these things. All these things are great, but at the end of the day, it's a man saying that to me, and this is a man that's saying that the American dream is your dream. The American dream, having a house, a white picket fence, and all that, that's your dream. That's not everybody's dream. That's not that's the American dream. That's not your dream. What's your dream? Your dream might surpass a white picket fence and all that shit. It might be running your own motherfucking continent. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
I
might
wasn't, I
your
wasn't
mind
expecting the continent.
yeah, your mind might. I'm just you know what I'm saying, but your mind might surpass just a white picket fence to the American dream. You might have your own dreams. You might have things greater and bigger than you being put inside of a box as a man supposed to provide this shit. But when you find a woman, you find a gold mine, you find a treasure, and that's in the Bible. So when you find a woman that's that's able, I ain't gonna say willing, but that's able to like match your energy, like y'all ready to build, and
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
excuse me for 1 second.
I'm about
Uh,
to hit.
anybody know Tyler?
No, I don't.
Nah. Uh, bro, Tyler, appreciate you. Hope you sold up to the channel. But do me a favor. Don't come in here disrespecting my people. Don't nobody need to add no goddamn commas or nothing. We
no, that's
texting
cool.
in the comment. Don't do that. That's my people. You know, we got decorum in here. We don't know you. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but don't do that to the women. You can come in here and disrespect me. I'm cool. I have fun with it, but leave. Don't do that.
And then at the end of the day, Tyler, at the end of the day, we on YouTube typing.
Yeah, we're not in a formal
We're
setting.
not, yeah, we're
Get
not
this shit
trying to
over
use
with.
proper grammar and English and commas. for pronunciations, for you YouTube characters and pronunciations and emojis. That's all y'all is. Y'all ain't nothing but characters on it. But yet y'all want us to use proper pronunciation and English and grammar and all that when y'all don't even got a goddamn profile picture.
For real.
Come
It's
on, give me.
peanut butter petty time.
Peanut butter patty time.
But yeah,
Chat,
man.
chat, where you at?
Oh, I got something for Tyler.
You got two devices.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's a
I had something.
hold on, wait a minute. Let me get in on this right quick because I love it, and I'm gonna drop down after this. But Tyler Zimmerman, when you said a quick way to seem uneducated is all, but the best way to seem uneducated is trying to correct the person on social media. You're stupid. You're not a teacher. You're not a teacher. You're not grading a paper. You're on social media. You're typing in the chat. Okay. So
Tyler, report to
if
HR
you
in the
want
morning.
Hey
for
Tyler,
real,
we got a saying over here. We are genuinely imperfect, or is it
genuinely,
unperfect? No, I
you know
said
what?
unperfect. No, we ain't imperfect. We unperfect.
He's
A
gonna hate
word,
that, isn't he?
a word from now on. I'm typing everything wrong. Pronunciations, denunciations, asterisks, everything. I'm putting everything up in here wrong just because.
Poor Tyler. He's not gonna be able to sleep.
Hey Tyler, hold on, bro.
Ugh, brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
No, we're not taking this serious, Tyler. We having fun with it.
We having fun, bro. No, we don't get this too often. We don't get people coming here trolling. So when they do, brother, ew.
You gotta learn how to read the room, Tyler. Come
Yeah,
sometime.
man.
Sometimes it pays just to be in the clouds and just listen and see what the conversation going before you type in the chat and do anything.
Brother,
But
ew.
but people like you like to just jump down and just
Brother, ew. Tyler, brother, ew.
He's just trying to be helpful, huh, Tyler?
What's that, Tyler?
Ooh,
What's that? Brother, ew. We genuinely, willy, not let me leave Tyler alone. Okay, we just having fun, Tyler. Make sure you like and subscribe. No, we just having fun. But yeah, it's like yeah, you do something like that, I'm gonna have me some fun. Young Riaz, we talking about femininity. You ain't had a woman yet. I'm not letting you up.
oh
Hey,
man,
Riaz.
Not on this conversation. You have to. It's qualifications you need for this conversation.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna
I
be
purchased my
quiet.
own home and cash money mortgage at 27 years of age in Melbourne, Australia, on my own because no woman that I dated seemed serious about heading in that same direction with me. Really?
Wow, good for you though.
Congratulations. But
Man,
no woman?
Maybe he's waiting for the perfect woman. She don't
man,
exist.
look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If I was in his situation, I'm tell you like this. I would keep a woman in my big ass house. I wouldn't be in there. I wouldn't be in my house by myself. I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm back. Can
Even
you
if
hear
I
me?
had a girlfriend, just a girlfriend, not on
Hmm.
no serious shit, just to come and just keep me company. I don't want to be there by myself, and I don't want to be around a whole bunch of dudes all the time. So I want me a boo or bae or whatever there with me, even if she want to come over for the weekend or you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna be in that house by myself or die. I ain't gonna be up in there
You
with
a
the home.
Cancer rising?
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. Because if you because you Aquarius, they like to be by themselves.
I like
You
now.
know.
Look, I do like to be by myself, but I do like to spend
You
time
you,
with people.
you like a woman, yeah, somebody around you,
Yeah,
family, cause that's a Cancer.
yeah. But I don't want to be around them all day, 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? But I do, and,
Nah,
it's like I have to be with that one person. I'm not a person that like to spread myself thin. I like to be with my person. I don't like to be with a whole bunch of different people.
Ashkiro. Yeah, I was messing with
hey,
Tyler. I was messing with
Hey,
Tyler, and
Ashkiro.
he struck my computer down.
okay,
I
I like
apologize.
sex.
I
You a
apologize,
go
Tyler.
getter.
I won't bother Tyler again. I don't know what he did, but
Why Tracy said why not?
she talking about she probably talking about gospel.
Why not? What, mom?
Oh,
I
he
don't know.
like to be with his family all the time.
No, I like to be with people who I fuck with,
You
but
like
I
to be
do
with
like to
different
be with
women,
myself.
you said though, right?
Yeah, I do like to be with my girlfriends. I like to be with my people I deal with. I got a small circle. I don't deal with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this. I just like I say, I just like what I like. I'm not out here because I'm like I say, I'm 51 years old. I done all the player shit. I I done been married, divorced. I'm on another level now. I just want to have fun and have friends. And if things go to a different level than that, then that's fine. But I don't want to cross that line and wreck a friend. So I try to keep it at a certain type of level. So just put it like this: I'm the type of nigga that friend zone women.
Hey, shout out to Holly. Hey, we love Texas over here. We got a lot of
Hey,
Texas people.
Holly. Holly from
I do,
Texas. What up?
I do put women in
Up,
the friend zone
Holly. Hey, Holly.
because I think that because a lot of times I think that based upon my energy on because my family was predominantly women. It was a matriarchal family.
Mine was too.
And so when we going into this conversation, so everything going into I got a method to my madness. The thing I'm saying is that the reason why I like the type of man that I am is because I was raised by great women. You know what I'm saying? That didn't accept men being punks. You had
Mm,
to be men because their fathers was a great example of being a man. You know what I'm saying? So it was like if you don't XYZ, you're not a man. And it wasn't carrying a purse. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't being that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I are predominantly like women that had men in their lives that was real men. They wasn't punks. They wasn't simps. It wasn't none that you could classify as an alpha or sigma or omega or whatever the fuck. These was real men that worked with their hands and they took care of their families. And so those were the type of men that the women in our family was raising when the men was at work, if you understand what I'm saying.
yeah.
So
I,
they weren't raising punks. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that they men weren't punks. Our uncles, our granddads, our fathers, you know what I'm saying? Our big cousins, they weren't punks. You know what I'm saying? So they had to raise us to the point, no, y'all ain't gonna be punk. We're gonna give y'all this energy where you have to know how to treat a woman, know how to do this and know how to cook and know how to sew and know how to take care of your own house, know how to clean.
bro.
No, you know what I'm saying?
hmm Provide. I mean, whatever's necessary, and that's what I tell
So
people. Like, even like this era that we in now, you soft if you are compassionate, empathetic towards a woman. If you are in tune with a woman's needs, you soft. You know, that's what they preaching or projecting, and people think it's cool to do that. Like they got like female hate groups. Like I'm look, I ain't talking about all females are the same, just like all men aren't the same. You know,
right,
but as a male species, if you hate the opposite sex, You wired wrong, bro. Something wrong. Like most of these programs in men nowadays, I mean, we are a protector provider. Why are we competing with women?
Man, the only thing I compete with women with is the tacos on Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday,
That's
Taco
it. That's the only thing.
Tuesday.
That's the only thing I'm competing with her. That's the only thing. Anything else? What I'm gonna compete with my woman for?
I have
Because
a
I mean,
question.
I'm
oh,
up
go
here
ahead.
trying to
Um,
grab a crab leg. I'm up here trying. That's what we competing for. We at Dave and Buster's. We up here having fun. That's our competition.
Go
Having
ahead,
fun with
sis.
each other. Seeing who can put a whipped cream pie in each other's face the quickest. That's our competition. And
so
that's
I
the
have a
type.
question. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go
That's the
ahead.
type of what?
That's the type of fun I like to have with my partner, with my person.
Nice.
It's not about being serious all the time and always going that you got to get the bag. The bag is always there. Y'all got to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? The bag gonna be there. Only thing y'all got to do is cooperate. Cooperate. Y'all got to work together. Y'all got to operate as a unit. Unit. If y'all not
I agree
evenly
with that.
yoked, if y'all not evenly yoked, and if y'all not on the same page from day one, y'all not gonna work. So,
So are
so,
you poly?
huh?
Are you poly?
Am I poly?
Yeah.
I've been leaning towards it, but
Mm.
yeah, I've been leaning
Oh,
towards it.
snap.
The only
Yeah.
reason why I've been leaning towards it is because I think I got more to offer out here right now than what a lot of men want. What a lot of men are like actually giving to women. Because there's a lot of great women out here and there's a lot of good men out here. And the thing is that we just want to get our rocks off. Period. We're not a lot of people not really like a lot of our people not really like seriously like, okay, let's see what this is gonna do. If I was in a poly relationship, it would actually be about me and those women and how we're gonna be able to sustain what we're trying to do. It's not about sex. It's not about none of that not extra bullshit. It's about how we're gonna sustain our family or what we got going on. And a lot of things that, like I say, why I'm leaning towards it is because of the stigma of a poly relationship is a man just having a bunch of women being a pimp. You know what I'm saying? And that's not my mindset of if I would want to be poly. It would be like, okay, let's see what we can do for each other. How can we benefit with each other? What talents do we got? You know, if you got kids, okay, is we gonna homeschool them? What type of diet is we gonna get on? What type, that's what I'm on. How can we have a sustainable poly family instead of a poly relationship, if that make any sense?
I mean, you like we was just talking about this the other day. So it's like I feel even with that poly concept, you can achieve the same goals without all the sex and stuff. I mean, you can commit to people outside your family to build, you know, communities, villages, tribes. I believe we can do that. I mean, to be honest with you, um, we understand there's levels of maturity. We talk about people not being mentally mature, but I believe, this is my opinion, the vast majority of people are sexually immature. And the
Right,
reason I say that is just the whole concept of sex. People look at it as recreational.
right.
In the biblical books, in the 7 books of Kama Sutra, when I talk about Kama Sutra, first thing people think is positions, but that book tells men how to court women, how to interact with married women, how they, if they're married, how they should act with women that's married and not married. That book has a lot of information, but
And
people just
also,
get to the position.
the Kama Sutra deal with the masculine energy and how to transmute that shit to deal with feminine.
Yeah, that's what the book is about.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
is
So
the the interaction of not the flesh but the soul, the two energy. That's
And
why
I'm
you got the different pressure points, the different stimulants. They use different outside stimulants to increase the frequency of the inside. So
right. And I'm gonna tell you this. One of my friends, she really be like wanting me like to like be at her house and shit. And I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because we got barriers that we got boundaries, you know what I'm saying? And that goes into like when we talk about poly and she's all right with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm telling her is that no, because I'm not where I want to be right now to deal with that type of situation. So we just cool. Let's just be cool because she want to be in a relationship, and I'm more cool with like we friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, and I'm really being open right now. I might just said a whole bunch of shit I wasn't supposed to say, but anyway, since I already said it, I'm really like really just trying to be like, let's just see where it go. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where it go because what we got right now is good, and I don't want to fuck it up to put a label on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fuck it up and say, okay, you my woman, or I'm your man, or we doing this, so we good where we
Why
at
is that effing it up?
because
about
it's because once I think one because we haven't put a label on it, and it's been good, and
And she's
it's like
asking, it sounds like to me she's asking for a label. And see, the only thing is I be having problem with is men like that is don't string along. Just say whatever it is you want and leave it
and
at
that's the
that.
thing,
You know?
and that's the thing I'm talking about, mother. I never strung her along. I always told her the same thing, and I'm still telling her this right now today.
Yeah.
Like,
And she's still holding on, thinking you gonna change, and that's kind of her fault.
no,
But
I wouldn't say it's so much that she holding on, thinking I'm a change, because this is like one woman that I like devote most of my time to. When I say I devote most of my time to, this woman could call me right now. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, come over and, you know what I'm saying? I want to cook some tacos. I'm coming over there and I'm gonna go over there to her house to cook some tacos. It's not like I'm avoiding it. It's just like I want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? At the age that I'm at, I'm 51. She 10 years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I want to make sure that okay, if I make this commitment to you, that you willing to make that this same commitment to
that's
me.
not a huge difference.
I
Just be
know.
honest.
10 years though, that's a huge difference. That's a hell of a
Yeah.
difference. That's a hell of a difference.
Holly
Yeah.
says she says she 39. She been married since she was 19. Um, that's what's up, Holly. That's she found her complementary piece. You know, like what
Right.
he was saying.
Bro,
That's
that's
what it,
dope.
And
that's
I
what
was
it's
having
about.
this conversation, and word. I was having this conversation with my cousin, and I was like, why do high school sweethearts and people that met when they were younger, you know what I'm saying, before they got into the 21s and 20 somethings, and you know what I'm saying, why when these people get married and they have the most successful relationships and they have the most long lasting relationships than people that then met in their 20s and stuff like that?
There's a lot of people. I mean, like if you find the right person, you kind of grow together. You know, think of a tree. You know, even though the branches split out, they're still on the same tree. So, like a lot of people I observe who were married for a long time, especially like from that age, that high school sweetheart. It was like they committed to one another and they allowed each other to grow. Sometimes they grew the same way, sometimes they grew different ways, but when you give people room to grow, and to be themselves. Like even my wife, right? I ain't know her for that long, but what made our relationship so special was we both were allowed to be ourselves, like unapologetically. Grow whatever way, but we were still together.
Yeah, one thing I was up here reading the chat, and I just wanna and this ain't nothing. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not like. The only thing I want to say about the comment that I read is that, yeah, a lot of this generation, these younger generation, have been raised by toxic women. But the women that raised me in my generation, you know what I'm saying? They were
Yeah,
strong.
it man, like
And we had role models as men. We ain't have to look at TV for role models as men. We watch men go to work every day. We watch men plow the
man,
field. We watch men, you know what I'm saying, go out
I've
there
been
and
helping them. We out there
yeah,
helping them.
you know
We
what I'm
out there
saying.
doing the work with them at a
Right.
young brother.
I learned plumbing from my great granddad. I learned so much stuff from my uncles, not from going to no trade school, just sitting and observing. And they'd be like, "You coming with me today? We're gonna cut some grass," and
And
we
you
end up
grew,
on the porch.
and you grew up in the D. I know you did. I grew up working on cars and drywall.
I'm just, but I'm
Like
just
it's
saying. But
on
but
the
to the
east
one that
side. We
made
had
that
we
comment,
had a couple different shops on the east side.
yeah. But to the young lady that made that comment, I'm not. I'm just saying that it's just like a generational gap. The
Yeah,
20 something and 30 somethings that y'all up here witnessing right now is not the 20 and 30 somethings that
it's not y'all.
whole
It,
different generation.
I
Yeah,
think the whole crowd is like above 30, but they not y'all.
yeah,
They not y'all. That generation gone. Like even the men, the women. Like when you was talking about the women, I'm like, that's how they raised us.
yeah,
We had good examples of women. These generations, you got them. It's just the negativity is louder than the positivity. So you see, like the representation of a woman today, 2024 is totally different from 1984. We talking about Claire Huxtable and Nicki Minaj.
yeah.
Like, come on, like even I will go and say Queen Latifah. I will go and say MC like females, even Oprah and Whoopi. Like they were strong women, who voices was heard. They were stern, but now we just got people popping and you know. What y'all
Nah,
think about that, ladies? I want to hear what the ladies think about. That's a man's observation. What y'all think
yeah,
about that?
What as far as the different types? I mean, there's like nothing that you can really do about it, but just understand. This just like there's so many different types of black women. You got, of course, the classic of what they show, the ghetto black woman, like the one that's ratchet ghetto. That's the one you see on TV. But then there are so many that's not all of us. You know what I mean? So you have the ones you got the country ones. You got the country black girls. You got the black girls that are high class, like nice things. You got the classy black girl. You got the black girl that's intelligent, nerdy. It's just so many different types, but they tend to put us in a box and put us as that one negative stereotype.
They, I guess a nice way to say it, without getting flagged because we trying to get monetized, is they
Oh, I'm sorry.
overemphasize. No, no, no. I'm talking about me. I was about to use another term, but I'm gonna use the term overemphasize. The Cardi B's and stuff like that, and you don't highlight the groups you just named. None of them. Like is you have to go web searching to find those images. It's not given to us. Usually, even like when I said like Claire Huxtable, like she resided in her feminine, but she wasn't no pushover. You know what I'm saying? Like she was strong. Like those images need to be seen, not the over masculine images. Like women can still be strong and still be feminine. They don't have to be strong and masculine.
Over sexualized.
Yeah, over sexual. I did a show on that. I did two shows on that. I think how women are over sexualized. Isn't it? Well, I can't say that right now.
I
But
look
yeah,
at it
look,
like I look at it like this. Once people figure out that sex isn't nothing but the orgasm, then you don't need nobody. But once you understand that from from an alchemical standpoint, when you have to actually on the material level bond with what's inside of you, yeah, that's when a woman or a man comes into play. And also when we have to procreate, but then you have to look at, well, what is we fucking procreating about? Why is you bringing anything into this fallacy? You know, I mean, we really have to man. I think I might be, man. It's like I love having these type of conversations because I can really go into I can go outside the circles of time and really like talk to people. Like, what are we really gaining from sex besides a feeling? But if you know how to use it for alchemical purpose, like manifestation or creation, that's what sex was used for. That's what it's really supposed to be for. The orgasm, that's is a powerful manifestation tool if you know how to use it correctly. You know, you could use your subconscious mind and your imagination while you're going into orgasm and straight up manifest some shit into your life. But yet we look at that shit as taboo, or we look at those types of things as that we're not that's obscure, we're not supposed to deal with. But just think about what that's really supposed to be used for. Men are even supposed to really ejaculate unless we're supposed to be creating or
the
manifesting.
cycle of the seed. I
Right,
mean, but
right.
yeah, we did a couple shows on sex magic. I did a show on Karma Sutra. That's
I'm
why I
not,
say people are sexually immature because people use sex as a recreation when it's actually, I mean, you using the term alchemical.
yeah,
I say frequency exchange is
yeah,
heightened both, and even from a, I can take it from a metaphysical to a molecular.
right.
Even the chemical releases have shown on studies um, to have different ATP energy within the
A,
um,
a lot.
yeah. So even on yeah, bro, I
Hey,
don't be
people,
playing with
hey,
it.
hey, word. I'm glad I came up here this one time and really was able to have a real conversation. And we in the city together, so we definitely gonna link up.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I
But what,
appreciate you.
yeah, but what people don't know is that when it comes to that act, and I think you said something that was very powerful when you said like people like actually like do it just because. I mean, I'm just paraphrasing, but people like use sex as just like energy just to do something as recreational. There it is, it's
Mhm.
recreation. You know what I'm saying? Just something to fucking do. But they don't know what they're doing when they're with that person, their thoughts, what they're imagining, what they're saying, what they're speaking, and all types of things that's going to bring certain things into their damn life when it comes in when that certain point and that peak of that energy happens and this orgasm is releasing that energy, those thoughts, everything into that fucking energy, bro. And that's why this is like just like it's this song by Sade. She says too busy thinking that love is a gun. Love is a fucking gun. You know what I'm saying? And if people out here that know how to use that, they would use it. And that's why I like that's why when sister was talking about poly and things like that, that wouldn't be something that I would consider because I know where that shit can go when it comes to emotions and how people go. But if people like mentally like ready and able for that shit, I ain't got no problem with that. I don't. I love women. I love them around me. Women ain't gonna hate on me. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I don't gotta worry about a woman doing to me, hating on me. And that's why I love Word Channel because we have all the queens and goddesses over here on this channel, and they so smart, intelligent, and brilliant.
This is the
I mean,
honeypot, bro. Tell them,
I
Commander, this the
mean, listen,
honeypot.
a woman might not hate, but a woman can tear you down
Mm.
because she can tear you up if you mess with her, you do something wrong. Because majority of the time, men tend to tell women their secrets.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
See,
You know,
and then she can mess you up like that.
right.
and you talk
So,
about doing something wrong. It's not even doing something wrong all the time. Just don't piss them off.
all right. So,
Right,
saying
right.
that,
You piss
so,
her off, and then
And
so,
she'll tell what everything you done built in one in one minute.
one
pillow
swift
talk.
move,
That's
everything
that
You
be
know what I'm
pillow
gone.
talk.
saying? With one
Yeah,
move, she'll tear everything
yeah.
down. So I mean, we don't do that, but we can. It's capable that we can. You see it all the time in
Hell
the
yeah.
media. A
Hell
woman
yeah.
come out and say something and mess his whole entire career up.
Kill it. Yup.
That's why you be careful how you treat a woman,
Yeah.
especially when she know where the skeleton. I mean, where the body's buried.
Yeah. But it's also one thing
Commander
that,
fell off.
and it's also one thing that men gotta
Think so?
understand too. And it's just like what she said. It's not giving a woman too much information. Where you gotta really actually, this has to be your person. This has to be somebody that can divulge enough information for you to hurt them, to you to hurt them, that you done divulge to them to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up that we have to live in this type of society right now where you gotta like think like that when dealing with people. And that's why I don't deal with a lot of people. I'm cool with who I deal with. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I'm like, I got my circle of people I deal with, and it's not many people. And that's why I keep it at YouTube. And like I said, I met Word. He from the city. I'm gonna build with people from my city on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna build with y'all because man,
Facts.
it's time to represent the 313, man. It's our time now. People been sleeping on our city. People been sleeping on our mind. People been sleeping on what we actually
bro,
the culture of hip hop and the black culture as a whole. Detroit set everything off with the first riots. Man, it's a lot of things people don't know about Detroit.
man, Detroit, man, I love it. I love the city, man. I love it. But
Yeah.
ask Hero, I'm a.
I know I
She
segue sometimes. Hey, sometimes I segue
I'm
into
not,
some other shit, but
I know you good. I
she
like
hit it
ask
on the mark with that comment she just made.
man, ask Hero. Ask Hero. I'm telling you, man, there's some wild things popping off, and I'm like, man,
And they be
like, but
melanated too.
no, just uh, me and Noble. Say from Texas. She from Texas.
I
Stars at night are big and bright.
I stayed in Texas for 3 years. I was in Texas for 3 years. I was in Georgia for about 11. I was in Florida for about maybe 3.5 years, and I was in Cali for about a year and a half. I was in Oregon. I also went to Oregon. I was in Estacada, Oregon, for about 8, 8, 9 months. I got
Mm.
around this little thing we call this globe of ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dope seeing how other people live, like other cultures, just seeing, and it make you appreciate the way you live. But Commander, I thought you left me. I was about to say, how she leave in peanut butter petty time? We into the second hour of petty hour.
I was having audio problems. But what I
uh,
wanted to ask earlier, sorry, my bad.
oh no, you good to go.
I wanted to ask earlier because Godspell talked about how what makes a man a punk, and I wondered like what version of that, like what makes a woman a punk, the
A
woman
woman,
version of a punk.
I don't think a woman can never be a punk. You know what I'm
Good
saying?
answer.
Because a woman exude both energies at all times because she always have to be a masculine and a feminine. A man got to just be masculine, and he could never be viewed as a punk. But a woman could never be viewed as a punk or none of that because she got to always hold both roles and keep them both balanced. You know what I'm saying? And whether a man, if he do try to be, that type of person, he gonna be labeled as a punk. When a woman is not gonna be labeled as a punk. She gonna be labeled as a woman that's doing her thing for her children.
So is the expectation for a woman like a bigger expectation since we have to be both?
I think it was did like that because that's what society has done. Women should never have an expectation on them because women are just gonna be naturally who they are anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
when they put an expectation on women where they gotta cook or they gotta clean or they gotta do this, they gonna do that anyway. That's their natural instinct. And if they want to cook and clean and do that shit on the global level, on the enterprisal level, should we hate them for doing that? If they want to make clothes and enterprise for themselves, that's the same thing they would have did for a Pookie or a Ray Ray. They ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever a woman feel like she need to do for herself to feel complete, she's welcome to do that. I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not gonna sit up here and say a woman is wrong for being a woman. Well, however she want to view it, however it looks to her, it's not for me to dictate how a woman looks. I just know what a woman looked to me that raised me, my mother, my grandmother, my aunties. And when a woman exudes that type of energy, I know that's a woman to me, just like the energy you exude to me. No matter what your sexuality, the way you talking to me is how you talking to me, and that's more than more. That's more than words can say. And I'm a yield. Go ahead.
I want to ask the women a question. Um, do you think women can express their female side the wrong way? Like, can you,
Like in a
like,
manipulative way?
yeah, like, like, if a woman, like, we talk about like over sexualizing women, but what about when women do it themselves? Is that wrong? Like, can you do that in the wrong way? Like,
I
is
mean,
it
I
a
guess to each
certain?
their own. It might be wrong for her. She might view it as right.
Because like, think about how we saying like men can't, reside in a certain energy. Like, can a woman reside too much in that energy?
I think
I
that
don't
that's.
think so.
I think from a man point of view, I'm just speaking, and I'm gonna let the sisters go with it. And I just wanted to say this. I think that women like do what men like. They 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 want to attract men, so they do what they think men like. So I mean that's just from my observation. You know, men like nice butts, men like this and that, and women will go and do these types of things. So we can't just put it on them. We have to take some type of accountability. And I'm not saying that it's a wrong thing because hell, it's a certain type I like, and I might have perpetuated a certain type of, you
Archetype.
know, yeah. So
Now, let me ask you this on that note, because a lot of women say they They do what they do not for men but for themselves.
No, that's bullshit. Cause why the hell else is they doing it?
I say it's bullshit too.
I always say that. I'll be like, man, y'all ain't doing that for
Because if
y'all.
they, cause
You
listen, cause
can't
if
even look at yourself. You gotta find a mirror to look at yourself. How the hell you do? So,
look,
when you do stuff to yourself and go outside, it's other people looking at you. The only way you looking at yourself, I do it to make me feel good. How you
right.
gonna make yourself look like something and like okay?
Or they do
Now
it
check,
for other women.
now check this out.
Mm.
Now, me myself, when I get up in the morning and I'm doing my daily duties, I look like trash. But I'm not worried about what nobody thinking about how I look. You know what I'm saying? I probably got my shirt on backwards, up inside out. Got some mix my socks on with some sandals with some shorts on my way to the CVS or wherever the hell I'm going in the morning to take care of my business. I'm not worrying about that. I'm not worrying about how nobody else feeling about me. I'm out here taking care of my business. Now catch me about 4, 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Then you see me after I done cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of things is that when we go to that is that just like
Well,
just like women, just like women won't see certain things from men, like they won't see the man with the beard or the locks, or they won't see him with a fat pocket. There's certain things, certain expectations that a woman wants, certain things that a woman want in a man, and it's certain things that a man want in a woman. And so if a woman want certain things from a man, guess what? A man gonna try to do certain things. He gonna try to grow some locks. He gonna try to grow a beard. He gonna go to school and get a CDL license. So
What was your brother's recommending?
he gonna try to do something to get that woman to be a part of that pie that's getting chosen. You know, and that's what women do. That's why they go to these doctors and they get the Brazilian butt lift so they can have the perfect butt, and all these skin bleaching and all these things women do, these lace fronts and all this stuff, when y'all really don't have to do that. It's a lot of women out here that I see daily in the market with they moo-moos on, you know what I'm saying, and they little Crocs on, natural, no makeup, nothing, beautiful as hell. And I see a plastered Barbie coming up in this motherfucker up in the market. You know what I'm saying? And everybody looking at her, and ain't nobody looking at this one right here that's natural and beautiful. Y'all got it.
well, because I said bullshit too, like the word. But you know what? I like getting my eyelashes done. I mean, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel pretty. I like getting my nails done. I'm not doing that for anybody else but myself.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. If you doing it for yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing it for yourself, see, I like to get my hair cut because I like to get my hair cut. You know what I'm saying? I like to buy certain things for myself because I see myself looking good in them. Not because somebody else like, oh, he fresh, he looking good. No, I don't care. Because I could, just like I said, I come out here early in the morning and I just throw some shit on and just take care of my morning business. You know what I'm saying? But then when the nightlife come and then they see me, they like, is you the same person I saw at CVS? I'd be like, yes.
Tay
I'm
about to
that
get
same person.
Commander. You see that? Tay about to get married. Tay and Adam eats. Hey,
But
that
yeah,
kind of
that's just
flow.
Look at the comments. Did he
but yeah,
respond?
that's just how I was raised, and I was raised by a family of matriarchal women. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't turn out no type of other way as a man that tries his best to respect women, a good father, do his best for himself, and do the best as himself as a man. That's all I could do. But I had some strong women behind me, and it was that feminine energy, and they taught me how to actually, like, you know, be comfortable with learning how to sew, learning how to sew from a pattern. Y'all know what sewing from a pattern is?
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
know the
I know
talking.
how. Yeah, I know how to sew from a pattern. I know how to make clothes, and I've been knowing how to do that since I was 7, 8 years old. But that didn't mean I was dressing in women's clothes. I was out here chopping wood. I was up here digging gardens. I was out here learning how to build steps and concrete and plumbing and all type of stuff for the men in my family. So it's always a balance there. You see what I'm saying? So it's always good to, like, if you have sons and you have daughters, make sure that you teach them that balance. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you teach them that balance the best way you can, but don't stop them from learning it themselves because they gotta learn that shit themselves. You're nothing but a guide, and us as parents, we try to push our shit on them, and they new souls here. They don't know nothing about this shit. We they first teachers. So is we gonna teach them how to be us, or is we gonna teach them how to be them?
Hey, I was about to ask you something. Hold on, give me 1 second. Do you, far as the, far as like feminine, like expressing, do you believe like women can overexpress themselves?
Yeah, I
Hold
think
on,
they
bro.
do.
Hold on. Let
Oh,
Tay
my
argue.
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
No,
Let
you
me.
good.
Say it again.
Do you think women can like overly express themselves? I think you the only one who didn't answer that.
Can women overly express themselves? I feel like, yeah, they could overly. She go overboard. She do too much. Yeah, 'cause you got some women that kind of do too much sometimes. It's uncalled for. You know, she should be able to express herself, but yeah, sometimes you can go overboard. You know, and as a man, you know, men don't like that. You do too much.
Those are
So,
the women that sometimes people say they're looking for the wrong attention.
Yeah,
mhm.
like just me as a father, right? I want to teach my daughter, like yeah, you want to be attractive, but you don't want to attract the wrong energy, you know. Um, like for me, like the women that I use my mind when she gave me something to think about. I always been attracted to those ones, like not the ones who just like trying to give me everything. And the ones who did that, I wasn't really interested in. It was like when I was younger, it was like okay, everybody doing this one, and then when I got over, I was like everybody did this one. I don't want it now. You know what I'm saying? So I think women can over overexpress themselves at times. Um, just as a female or daughter that is just finding that um, understanding, like her wanting to express herself, but then I have to understand, okay, because like some what you just said is true, Commander. Because the better you feel, the better you walk, the better you talk. So you want to feel good about yourself. So I just think sometimes women overdo it. Like I understand women using eyelashes. At first, I didn't like makeup. I didn't like weave. I didn't like no nothing. But I understand it now. But like the women who eyelashes like touch their bangs, like that's overkill. You know, like
for real, look like she
females.
gonna fly away.
The ones who
Yeah,
look
I don't
like
like those.
they put the makeup and it look like Halloween. Like you can take a paint scraper off like that. That's too much. I
All I
don't care
like,
what nobody say, man. If you take the makeup off and you look like a completely different person, that's witchcraft.
all I like is lip gloss. All I like is the lip gloss. If the lips is popping with the lip gloss, I'm hooked. Hey, if them lips popping, that's it. You don't need no foundation. You don't need no eyeliner. If them lips is glossing, you bossing. For real. It's
That
just
was
something
like the
about
late
lip.
'90s, early 2000s. I remember that females walking around with like 7 different types of lip gloss
There's just something about lip gloss, man.
with the
It's just
shell
something about
toes, K Swiss, the all white with the stonewashed blue jeans and the
man.
lip gloss. That was the late '90s, early 2000s. That was popping.
Man, I don't want to keep telling my age on here. I already told y'all I'm 51 years old. So, yeah, man. I think that men should teach men how to be men and teach them about women, and women should teach men how to do the shit to sustain themselves, as far as cooking and cleaning and making sure they don't need a woman. And I think that's what my mother and my grandmother was trying to tell me, teach me, is that no matter what, you're gonna be able to do for yourself without a woman. You're gonna be able to cook, clean, sew, iron your clothes, go to the laundry, go to the grocery market. You're gonna be able to do these things and these tools that they taught me was things that I was able to bring to the table with women. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm here. I can sew. Hey, you busted your pants? Bring the motherfuckers over here. Let me sew the motherfuckers up right quick. Oh, you at work? You got work over? Okay, I got dinner. I can take the kids to soccer practice. I could do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the balance that men today need to have. Sometimes we have to play mom. Sometimes we have to do that shit. We can't be mad because, oh, I gotta take the kids to soccer practice. Oh, fuck this shit. I want to be at the basketball court with my homies. I need to be at the gym. I could be watching the game. Nigga, spend time with your kids. You know what I'm saying? And seeing these are the values that I was taught. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that I'm really like trying to get when we're having this conversation about what is femininity. What really is it? Is it a label? Is it a construct? Is it a box that we done put our women in? Because if you think about it, femininity wasn't cool until what's her name? Miss Singer, whatever her name, Singer, that singer woman brought the feminist movement into popularity in the 20s and 30s. So back then women weren't even thinking about femininity. You know what I'm saying? They weren't thinking about women's rights. They were just being women. Just like wasn't nobody thinking about human rights. People was just out here being human. So when all these things start popping up and we start throwing all these labels and putting people in these boxes, okay, so now it's a feminist movement. Now all of a sudden, what is it to be feminine? Okay, what is it to be yourself? You got that energy in you. It's just like women out here trying to figure out, okay, what it is about being masculine. I don't know. I'm just having a conversation. I could be absolutely out my goddamn mind talking right now.
We need to keep going away from the subject. I mean, you bringing it back, but I was, I want to. There's a couple points, we want to hit. So even with the, overexpression, and I said that for a reason because, like, these are discussions, like you said, the way you was raised. We had these discussions, what it means to be a man, what it means to be a woman, and we had an idea. But nowadays, people are trying to figure it out themselves, but they get influenced by media, and the examples they got is wrong. So having these discussions is important because it's some, like Ash Kiro said earlier, it's some uh, older people on here, male and female. Not you can clearly tell they're not mentally mature, not emotionally mature, and they setting an example that shouldn't be set. We should look up to our elders, not uh, they should be on our level. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, it's certain things I can understand, but certain things I shouldn't. If you've been here longer than me, I shouldn't be above you or on your level. You have more time at this, you know. So like even having some discussions with older people, it's like um, you want me to respect you because you're older, but you're not doing nothing respectable. So how can I do it? I didn't have elders like that when I was younger. They were all respectable people, so it was no choice. They commanded it. It wasn't demanded. They didn't have to ask. It was done
Right.
because of who they are, what they exuded, what came out of them, what
Right.
they action showed. You know, nowadays I'm looking at what a person doing like I can't respect that.
Mm. And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I gotta check myself and look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Because, I do be on some bullshit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna change. I always been on bullshit.
Mhm.
But my heart is always in the right place. I'm always for humanity. I'm always here to try to find a silver lining in all of this stuff. Um, but what I want you to do, have you ever heard of a book called I think it's from Robert Greene. It's called The Laws of Human Nature.
Nature, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, hey, I think that would be a good think tank class. Maybe something you can do maybe on the Patreon or some shit. I'm just throwing that out there. But to really get into the psyche of humanity and knowing who personalities and how people think and where a lot of people trauma really come from and if they really like trying to solve their trauma or is they like addicted to it.
See, you gotta catch up on a lot of my content.
Yeah, yeah. I
Because
think so.
one of my next shows is emotional addiction, but
Yeah,
I behavior. I read Robert Greene. Robert Greene is a good,
yeah,
but even a lot of that work is incomplete because, um, and the reason I say it's incomplete is because the lack of the incorporation of emotion.
yeah.
A lot. They don't. They a lot. Robert Greene speak on emotion, but is in the context of the thought creating the emotion. That's from the context he speak of it, and I understand telling, but it's still backwards.
I
Um,
think, well, I
the
think
comment,
that I
the
think that
com- Go ahead.
my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. Go ahead. I want to hear what you was about to say.
No, what I was saying is that I really think that the thought is what you would call the base of the emotion. Because if you really think about it, without thought, where would the emotion go? It's like, when you think about it, like say for instance, you see a flower, like you see a rose, and you think about the first person you gave a rose that you loved, you know what I'm saying? And that emotion will come to you, you know what I'm saying? Or just like it may be an adverse reaction, like a flower or a rose that you laid on somebody's coffin, and that would be an emotion. So I think that this my personal opinion is that I think that thought is the driving force of emotion. Not saying that emotion isn't a dictate of the movement of what would be like emotion is what pushes your thought. Like say for instance, you thinking about something, and but the emotion is what will move the body. The emotion is what will get you in motion to do what the fuck you gotta do to make whatever you
So,
was thinking, whatever your subconscious mind, whatever you was. imagining whatever's inside your mind, that emotion, that desire, that impulse, that will get you moving, and that's the emotion. That's all I'm saying, brother.
So when I explain manifestation to people, right, I use an analogy as a satellite, right? The physical body is the satellite. Um, the signal is the thought, but the frequency is the emotion, right? So the the way we function and operate, we live from the outside in. So our thoughts a lot of times dictate our emotions, or our thoughts stimulate our emotions is a better term. And the reason they do that because we live from the outside in. That's why people are able to affect us emotionally because we're thinking of what they're doing to us and it's making us feel some type of way. But like I was saying earlier, emotions download memory. The way we process things, the way we supposed to function and operate is the emotion create the thought, as you were saying, is the driving force. Emotion, energy in motion. That's what our emotions are. Is energy and motion. So that emotion will give us the inspiration, the desire to do or not to do. If we feel good, then we usually when you feel good about something, nothing stops you from doing it. But when you feel bad about something, you don't do it, or it slows you down from doing it. That's the emotion. Like I try to explain to people. Emotions are our language from our soul, our internal navigation system. So when we feel good, we will, if you feel good about something, you'll go through some shit. If you feel bad about something, you'll back out quick. Why is that? Like you just said, those emotions. Feeling good about it, no matter what, you'll be determined. I can accomplish this. I'm gonna get it. Whatever it is. When you feel good, you go forward. When you feel bad, you go backwards. We don't understand our internal navigation system, our emotion. Why do we feel depressed when this happens? We get stuck and lost in them because we don't understand why we feeling the way we feel. That's why they don't teach you about emotions. That's the easiest way to control someone. I can control the way you feel. I can control the way you think. Think about times where you observe some fuck shit and people support it. Why? Because being around or being in that area made them feel good. Even though something bad was happening, they was okay with it because they felt good. Y'all still with me?
Oh, he dropped down. Yeah, I'm here. My battery's running low, but I'm here.
Tay sleeps, y'all. Tay sleeps, y'all.
I think
What's
that's
No,
up?
why
she
they
ain't
say like
y'all. No, she
what
ain't
you
y'all.
you what you hate you will attract, or yeah, I think it's like that. Like what you hate you will attract.
Mm-hmm. You see, even the universe doesn't understand yes or no, or I want or don't want. The universe don't understand that. Only thing it understands is the energy, and hate is just as strong as love. So,
Exactly.
whatever you focus on, that's what you get. If you want it or not, that's what you're focused on. That's why I tell people if you don't want something, think of the opposite of it. That's the best way to do it. My wife gets so mad when I say that. I don't want this. Well, what's the opposite? Well, that's okay. Focus on that.
Yeah, it's just like, did you know when you're driving, if you're looking at something, that's where your car kind of tends to turn to. Like you're driving, if you're looking at the
Mm-hmm.
accident, your car tends to steer that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's not the car steering that way; it's you. But you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Subconsciously, you're that's where your attention is to. So that's where your body going. So
Yeah,
you unconsciously do that, like start moving towards that, because that's where your attention is to. Tay, what you think about my new drop?
Ugh. Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
You was wild when you make that.
The other day. I don't know why I made it like that. I was just bored. And I was like, I just wanted the audio really. I wanted to put it in my soundboard. But I'm like, I'm not playing with the soundboard, so I got to put it on
I love it. It was perfect today for Mr.
the. Yeah.
Tyler.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler. I hope you subbed up. But he was like, why so? It'd be so funny how people come in with the energy like, I'm about to fuck with people. And then you start fucking with them. They're like, why so serious? Like, what are you talking about? I'm having fun just like you. Just do it better. I'm just in control of the show, so I can do a little bit more.
Yeah, that was great.
Femininity. We should have debated that word.
Well, what we learned today, Tay, is that women can do no wrong. That's what God still
Basic,
said. That's what I
yeah.
got from
That's what I
it.
was. That's what I was asking. Like, hold on.
We got everything, Tay.
We can't do no wrong.
You've been
Can't do no
watching
wrong.
Queen Maker Priscilla.
We could be whatever we want to be, and it's right.
I'm down with that.
No, yeah, look, I think women are the perfect balance of duality. They can be good and they can be evil as fuck.
Look, I like that word you used, exude, because like a woman can exude femininity, and that doesn't mean that she has to be dressed like she could be conservative and
Mm-hmm.
still exude that feminine, that sensual femininity.
I'm gonna tell you a secret about men. All right, um, we y'all know we logical creatures, right? We logical by nature. We like to think. So when a woman makes a man think, that's what drives a man. Is thought. We like to think. We like to solve problems. So even when it comes to pursuing women, if men don't have to think, they not gonna really take a woman that serious. A woman that makes a man think, not in a bad way, but just make him use his imagination. That's what drives a man. That's what makes a man. Women want to be desired. If you want a man to desire you, make him use his imagination.
Exactly. And that's why I think, like, when Tay was talking about games, I feel like that's playing the game. A woman needs to learn how to carry herself and kind of how to play a game. You can't just show all of it and just
No, you
expect you're
can't.
going to attract the right kind of person like that.
Because he ain't go. I mean, even if you think of, I'm a play devil's advocate towards men real quick and adopt one of the Queen Makers, Priscilla's concepts. Right? If you think of men in their natural primal state, um, to hunt, to pursue, that's naturally we like a chase, a challenge. You know, and when we do that, once we get it and conquer it, then we on to the next thing.
All right.
In the
Yeah.
most natural primal state. That's just what men do. That's that. Yeah. Haven, what up, sis?
Hey, Haven. Yeah, that's why I think it's not like a bad thing to play the game because, I mean, I think you have to somewhat.
Nowadays, you have to play the game, but I think it sucks, man. Like, why you
Would
just can't be
you?
straight up?
I was about to say, like playing the game. I mean, I understand, but like using the same ideology, just a different term. Because I love the ideology. It's just a term. you know.
Yeah, it
So
sounds bad. The term
yeah,
does. Yeah.
is the term, but the ideology, like you have to, um, I'd say like this: make sure a person is worthy. That's probably a longer phrase, but I think making sure that the person is worthy of what you willing to give. It's not really playing a game. It's just making sure that hey, this dude is worthy because I understand it's some messed up dudes out here, and instead of wasting my time with the wrong one, I'd rather use that time bettering myself while I'm waiting for the right one. That's the ideology I'm gonna teach both of my kids. You know, it's better. I just think in general, like I hate that I learned that at a late age. It's better to do things. Wait. It's better to wait and build yourself up to meet the right people. So when you meet them, you have something to offer versus just settling because people available. You know, and that's friends, family, and romantically. I learned that at a late age. You know, I look back at some of my former friends. Like I understood they wasn't good people, but they was there. And I ended up building bonds with them, or what I thought was bonds. But when I wasn't valuable to them, they did. And honestly, I was the value. But when I wasn't valuable no more, they had nothing to offer me in the first place. But now I have nothing to offer them. So guess what?
Yeah.
That's what I say, man. When I lost my sight, it was like I didn't know how much I didn't depend on anyone until I needed to, and I didn't. I'm like, damn, I never did this before. It was like in a new area. So yeah, you see, so it's just taking your time and make sure people worthy of your energy, make sure people worthy of your time. If they ain't worthy, then don't give it to them. Because we can only be mad at ourselves after we give someone something like trust, loyalty, any of that. You can only look at yourself because once you give it up, it's theirs to do what you hope they take care of it. But if they don't, then you gave it to them.
Yep, true. It'll be a regret. You don't want to regret that.
Mm-mm. That's a big ass big ass horse pill to swallow. That's why it's easier just to say, well, they didn't take care of it, it's their fault. Versus like, damn, why did I give it to this person? I knew I shouldn't, but you did it anyway. So, and that's how you learn. I'm like, okay, I don't want to go through that again. I already experienced it. So, let's adjust, let's change. So, that's the importance of accountability for self.
Facts, I agree. Amanda, did you ever describe femininity? Because I know you start talking about your friend. I'm just curious. Oh, good night,
Who you saying good night to?
Commander. She said her battery low.
Oh, yeah, she was saying her battery's low. We appreciate you, Commander. Shout out to the Nine. Shout out to Commander, the Minister, the General
Appreciate
of
you.
Defense, the HR, the one and only Big Commander. That's Big Commander. Shout out to Commander.
Alpha Commander.
Alpha. That's the Alpha Commander. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, snaps.
So you want to wait till we've, I get excited when I think of new thing. Nah, I'll wait. I want to make some stuff and then, yeah, that's gonna be dope though. But
Put
that's
your
just good.
thumbnail to it.
A video. I mean, I'm like, man. I got a song and everything. Hold on. This is I was
Don't
going.
tell me what I think it is. Oh shit. Now
Hold
you
on.
know.
Hey,
Well, she kind of did use some of your shit, so
I've been,
okay.
I've been played this, man.
Okay. It was wild.
And then let's be real, man. Is a non-copyrighted song. Is free on YouTube. Anybody can use that. So get over it. People be like that shit weird, man. Like that's my song. You got the copyrights to it? No, it's a free YouTube song. So how the hell is it, yo? Oh no, man. That's how I'm thinking. You know, that's why people be like, "You mind if I use that? This is not my song. I don't have copyrights to this. Is a free YouTube song. Use whatever you want." You know, that's why I always tell people that they be like, "You mind, like, bro? That's not. It's on your intro. It don't matter. It's not my music, bro. That's what I'm. It's a free YouTube song. How can I tell somebody they can't use something free on YouTube? I don't know. I'm just a logical thinker, I guess. I don't know. But
That's
yeah,
wild. We're gonna
that
get beat up.
that was if you look in my thing, you can look in it. Um, look at where it's at, and you will see how long I had it on there. I had it. Let's see, Fire and Ice. I had that on. This was on my playlist before. And this is something before I had losing my mind. Before I had this. Before I had this. This is only a couple.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my jam. But yeah, that's one of the I ain't gonna say first songs. I think that was no, that was in the first no, that was in the second rotation of music I added on here to the StreamYard. That was on the second rotation because that's before I really found no, because I got 6 shots right here. I think one, two, three. It's three. It's only three in the effect songs on here before Fire and Ice. And I think I moved those up because Fire and Ice, I put that on here. Yeah, I moved that stuff up. Yeah. But yeah, that been on my playlist. If you listen back to some of them coaching videos I made, you'll hear that song playing. I think that was right before I got demonetized.
Mm, wow.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have fun with that. But yeah, this was a good show, kind of sort of. But we go like what aspect of femininity would you try to? I mean, will we debate?
What aspect?
Uh huh.
Like, explain more. What do you mean?
Like because like me, like you can talk about it. Like shit. Um, do men have it? To should women lean more this way or more that way? Like from like what would be the subject? Just what is it? Because I would argue what it is an energy and not a role assigned. Um, it's not role assigned, but it's more of an energy.
Femininity is more of an energy.
Hmm.
I can rock with that. Yeah.
And I think females reside in it innately versus males. I think it's natural in females, and males have to learn how to um, express it in a way where it's not over, but being able to have a balance. I think with females, it comes more natural. Just like masculinity, I think it comes more natural in males than it does in females. But both parties have it. It's energy. It's just I guess the level of expression. I don't think men can express the feminine energy on a higher frequency than females can.
Hmm. I can I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I believe it's an energy as well, a form of energy.
And our actions actually raise the vibration of our internal energy. That's why when we do things, we feel good, or we do things and feel bad. Um, is our physical actions that can raise or lower the frequency. And when females are doing more masculine things, it lowers the female frequency. When males are doing more feminine things, it lowers the masculine energy.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, open minded.
What up, open
Thanks for
minded?
coming in.
And I think with the society we live in, even if you try to find a balance, or in I think mainly for women, it's hard because you have to. Women are more called to play masculine roles than men are called to play feminine roles. In today's society, so it's definitely hard for females to reside in it naturally. Um, but I believe it's possible. It's just with society, it's harder. If you find a complementary piece that allows you to, or if in a position by birth or put in a position by yourself, you know. Um,
Hmm. What up, Riz?
Opening a building from the floor to the ceiling. What up, though?
I know that's right.
Peace, now, peace. Yeah. So I mean, but my thing is, and this is, I don't know, this probably be a good discussion. But I just feel that anything separating men and women is,
Distraction.
yeah, is a distraction and it's destruction. Anything separating men and women, if it's using men's pain to hate women or women's pain to hate men, that's a distraction, and that's gonna lead to destruction. It's separating the two energies when they both need it. Think about yin and yang, right? You have two opposite symbols, right? When you put it together, what do you get? You get 360 degrees. You get a circle, and you get the representation of both in balance and harmony with one another. That's the same thing as father, mother, son. Like all these ancient civilizations showed us how two came together and made one whole. And people preach and hate against women or hate like that lady. Like the more I can't, I'm addicted to listen to her now because it's like she say what she been through, but I'm literally hearing how it fucked her up. I ain't gonna say fucked her up, but how it affected her, and gave her the views that she have today. The more I listen to her, I'm like, that's why she think. Okay, that's why. Okay, that makes sense now. Because at first I'm like, who hurt you? Because you can hear the pain, even in her word selection. Like the way she put sentences together is angry.
Yeah. I would definitely love to see the collab though. I would love to see it.
And it's just like this is her way of taking her power back.
But I don't listen
But
to her
that's
that
not.
often, so I don't know if she's ever told her story of,
I
that.
heard her. I heard her tell it a couple times, like on different podcasts. I didn't even. I haven't watched her channel yet. I'm just going. I mean, it's just videos of different podcasts that she had been on. Keep popping up, and I'm watching them. But
Oh, okay.
definitely, it's easy to control and divide it. Yeah, I haven't even watched her channel yet. But she, I like I said, I would never agree with 100% anything anybody say, but I never disagree with 100% anything anybody say either. Some of the points she make is good. I just wish she changed the context, but it won't fit the narrative if she did. And I like when I see stuff like that. It's like to me, I don't know. I don't know. Like if a person really believes it, um, or if it's just something like a hustle, just coming from the conscious community. Because she's stroking on a lot of female pain and she empowering them by hating men. That shit weird. Like you don't build people up by tearing somebody else down. Now you go build these women up to be strong, but guess what? They will think all their problems come from men when a lot of the issues came from men. But you still have to self-evaluate, and until you do that, you have the same issues you have them with women. That's why, like, people like to say domestic violence, is a man-woman thing, but it's a people thing because people in the alternate community, I had a friend I worked with, her brother, got eliminated by his lover. And it was the two guys. Like, it's violence. Humans are violent. It's not even, you know, towards the sex. You can say men are more, but that doesn't eliminate that women are too. It doesn't matter. That's the conversation, but that's how we have conversations. If I say, um, relationships are well, men are more violent. It doesn't matter who's more. We're talking about the violence in relationship. We have to understand, even though it may happen from one more, but it still happens. When we're talking about domestic violence, don't matter who did it. We making an awareness. Once you start saying one is more than the other one, a woman might start feeling more safer than a woman and go through the same goddamn thing. So let's talk about domestic violence. These are the traits or things you need to look out for. These are the things you need not to accept, no matter who it comes from. Because those conversations go from domestic violence, then from domestic violence to who's more violent. But what does that go solve if violence is still violent? Let's talk about that first. Then we address the who. Let's do the how, and then we get the who.
Teach. I can agree with that for sure.
But that's how. I mean, so like even talking, I would, like I said, I will have fun. I think I enjoy it. It'd be an experience. Um, but I wish we can have those discussions though, versus someone just, you're trying to uplift one group of people. Even the mental spirit, that shit is fucking weird. Like that's look, women doing like if a woman hating a man, I can understand that, but when men hating women, like bro, that's weird. I don't know. Men have certain expectations, women don't. That's just reality. We ain't supposed to be. Um, it's okay to be emotional, but like them manospheres, like bro, y'all need a hug, bro. How can you? I can do it. Like a woman saying, "Let's create an all-woman civilization." You'd be like, "Okay, yeah, I can see women doing that." But if a man say some shit like that, let's create it all. I don't even want to go to an all-man space. I'm straight.
Why?
Man, that
Why
shit's
not?
weird, man. Why I need to sit around? I can't sit around no dudes. I never been like that. I just never felt comfortable sitting. Like, what are we doing? Like, women, y'all do shit, right? Men, nah, man. Mm-mm.
Men
No.
just watch.
Yeah, I'd rather, nah, I'm straight. I can't sit about a bunch of dudes, all man space. And even like some of these dudes, like teaching men how to be men, is even that's predicated on dominating women. And it's like, it's not rational to me. So after you dominate the woman, like, I don't even know why do people think they're here? Like, why, if men, like, once you dominate a woman, what you go do? What do you do with a dominated woman? How do you, like, what do you get out of that? Like, what's the benefits? You get her to do what you want. Okay, what do you want her to do? Like, do people ask these questions? Like, what do you get out of
No.
dominating a woman? Like, what do you really get? I like feeling in control. You can't control your damn self. You don't feel empowered unless you empowered over someone else. Like, I don't understand. Like, just simple questions like that. I don't think
Shit.
people ask, and it don't make sense. But people pay for classes on how to, dominate women, how to master women. Like, master yourself, ninja. That shit hard enough. you want to go master a whole another. Like, that's weird, man. Most people can't even control themselves. Is that why it's easier to control other people than yourself? I believe most people are like that.
Hmm.
But let me
I
get my
don't
butt
know. I
off
just
here.
think it's
Oh,
weird.
oh no, go ahead.
I just think it's weird, wanting to control a woman. You see it now on here how people be trying to control me.
Like, people want other people to make them feel comfortable. I think that's what it is, and that, in my opinion, I'm not gonna say the only reason, but a lot of times that's because people are not comfortable with themselves in the first place. You need something outside to make you feel good inside. You need to understand how to make it come from the inside first. Like, you have to feel good about yourself before, like he said earlier, feel good about if you love yourself, that'll force, it ain't gonna force, but it command other people to love you. People love people who love themselves. Like, you see conceited people on here all the time, and that's conceited. That's not even love, but that's the expression. They're overacting it, but people attracted to that shit.
Hmm.
And that's one of them fake stimulants.
Would you say someone has controlling issues if they want to control someone else?
They do, and most of the time they can't control themselves, so they want to control. That's we gonna talk about that tomorrow. That's a portion of
Hmm.
the personality of Machiavellianism, the desire to control others, to get others to do what you want them to do, or complete your task, your goal, or controlling other people makes you feel better because now you have control of something. But when you don't have that control of the outside, you lose control on the inside. Again, that's why I say people living from the outside in instead of inside out. People lose control of their inside when they can't control, people on the outside. When you can't get other people to do what you want them to do, you feel bad. That shit weird, ain't
Yeah, very
it?
sick.
And there's a whole Bible on Machiavellianism. That's where the 48 laws of power come from. Well, I'm not going to say that's where the 48 laws of power come from, but that was before the 48 laws of power. And you can find 48 laws of power within that manual. And it's evident because the 48 powers was written from a position of observant, meaning the person who wrote it actually wasn't in power. They were observing people in power. And this is what they noticed. And a lot of those people, if you look at the documentary, a lot of the people that he observed or read about, well, two of them I know, studied Machiavellianism.
The word is easy to control and divide it. Mm.
That's the best way.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Even though I'm half passed out
You,
on the
you,
end of it.
you want me to tell you one, the thing that interests me the most about the philosophy of Machiavellianism? You separate the mind from the emotion. You can control the emotion. Um, you separate the mind from the emotion, control the emotion, you control the person. They won't even think. And that's why even today, if you look in media, is emotionally driven. Most of the stories in there are driven, are to drive different emotion. Most of the movies, most of the shows we watch, we like drama. We like, think about it on here. People like drama. They're emotionally driven. They're not even thinking like this some fuck shit. They like this entertainment. People are entertained by other people's misfortunes. Why is that? Because they just feeling and not thinking.
I agree.
That's crazy.
We're gonna have to check that out. Hear that? That's you said that's tomorrow?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Oh, or the controlling
Narcissism,
one.
narcissism versus Machiavellianism. I'm gonna break down the difference between the two. So because a lot of times, like shout out to Mentexo, he came. I cannot remember the statement. I think I screenshot it, but he was saying it was a narcissist. I'm like, nah, brother, that's Machiavellianism. Narcissists do use manipulating tactics, but is I'll give you the secret sauce tomorrow. I tell you the one thing you look for to tell the difference between the two. It's one thing you just got to notice, and I'll break that down. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Go ahead and go to sleep, sis, 'cause I'm about to be knocked out too. I appreciate y'all, man. We rocked out, man. This was a good show.
All right, y'all have a good night. Good night, Ashkira Reyes.
Good night, Ashkiro. Appreciate you, sis. Man, we got some fire coming up. We will have narcissism versus Machiavellianism tomorrow. We got a debate Saturday. I don't know. I might change that to something else. Depends how I feel going into Thursday. I might change that up, but we're gonna do another debate. It's really not a debate; it's more a discussion. But these discussions can turn into debates. So the link is always on the community wall. Um, Riaz, just know when you come up here on the debate, you better have some info because I'll be wanting that smoke. I had to mess with Riaz. But yeah, I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all know what I always say: care about how you feel. These are the conversations to build nation. And if I say anything, or if anybody say anything that resonated with you, hit that share button. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until next time, we out. Shout out to the nine. Shout out to Commander. Shout out to Tay Eaps. Shout out to Godspell. Shout out to the chat too, man. I appreciate y'all.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they drag the chains, you can say no, free me.